visually.
Radio check 1, 2, radio check 1, 2.
Hey RCT, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. We are here officially testing out the DeWalt, I forgot what the model number is, DXFRS something. But this is a, we did the unboxing some time ago. I figured it's time we do the field test. I'll go through the radio after. I think what I want to do is just get the test done. It's kind of gloomy today. I think there's supposed to be rain, but we'll hope and pray that doesn't happen. So just let you know, I tested these once in the field. It was me and 3531. We were actually just biking around, and I think on one of these a speaker blew already, so it sounds really muffled. So that already tells me these are going to be they're going to be struggling. So let me open the top so we can get more light in here. But that already tells you that these are really not as rugged as it's claiming to be. It does say IP67, which usually means the intrusion protection is not too far from IP68, which is the highest rating that you can have for IP. Means dust and water and any other intrusion is really protected. So, but again, these are I wouldn't say they're not any other type that I would trust to drop or drop in water. They're designed essentially for, I would say that they designed it for construction sites or journeymen, or just pretty much in the field working. I don't think these were designed for long distance, but we're going to try to see the furthest point we can get. I am here at the Mesa Riverview Park. I think they call it something else, but I think that's what they call it. Next to the Cubs, the Sloan Park, Sloan. So I'm just going to ride around. I brought my bike. It's a little too hot to be walking. It's 92 already. So I'm going to take my bike. There is a under bridge over here that goes under the 202. I believe it takes you to the water. I don't know. I don't think it's called the aqueduct, but it takes you all the way down to the Tempe Lake, Tempe Town Lake. And then we're also going to go all the way that way to see if we can get a good reception here. I brought my scanner. I want to see if maybe I can just do the, what is it called? Not the close call, but I think what I can do is I can stop it on the frequency. Let's see. So I can do that, and I think there is a way to hold it. See, there we go. You can hold it on this frequency here. I wish there was a way to hold the DCS as well. This has DCS, not CTCSS. It has both, but I'm afraid that if I leave it on this frequency, someone else using this frequency on an FRS radio is going to come in and interrupt. So I'm just hoping it doesn't. We're going to use the exterior antenna just to emulate that someone is... sorry about that. Let me go back. I'm hoping that no one interrupts the frequency here. I'm going to leave it on, I don't know if you can see that, 4627125. That doesn't mean that it's only going to pick up my DCS or my quiet code or quiet tone. So I'm hoping no one else interrupts it. See if you can hear that. Let me turn the volume up. Check 1 2, check 1 2. See, I already did that. So I accidentally switched the channels. Is it 125? Check 1 2. There we go. And let me show you what this other radio sounds like that I told you busted. Let's see. Hopefully I don't get a annoying squeal. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check. Or is it this one that did it? Check 1 2. Check 1 2. They both seem to be kind of working, so maybe it was just that day. I don't know. I hope they still work. I plan to give these away. If not, just sell them. And I don't really want to sell them. I think I'll give these away. They've been on my shelf for some time. Haven't used them. Don't need them. I have other radios that perform a little bit better than this and that I prefer. So these are going to be the last time we see them here or on Radio Check Instagram or Twitter. I know I have Twitter, not Twitter. What's the other one? TikTok. I'm not really much on TikTok, but more on Twitter. On Instagram, not on X. Twitter is X, but I'm not on X. I'm on TikTok, but I'm mostly on Instagram and YouTube. So if you want to check those two out. So, all right, let me set up the scanner and then do a radio check before I head out. I'll drop the bike and I'll start heading out. Everything's going to stay in here, but you're going to go with me. So let's get ready to go. All right, stand by. All right, RCT, we are having to do this entire test over again. I just realized when I got back into the Jeep that the scanner was, the cord was unattached, so nothing came in at all the locations. I think I did 6 locations, so we'll have to do it again. I don't mind. It's 92 degrees outside, good weather. In Arizona, 92 is perfect. Anything over 90 is not very nice. So, all right, radio check 1-2. This is going to be another first official field test. This is right outside the Jeep, so let's see what it sounds like at the first location. Stand by. We're in the tunnel. If they'll catch anything, that's 1-2, radio check. All right, RCT, first location is going to be right on the other side of the freeway, the 202, westbound or eastbound, I guess is both right now. But we are essentially directly across from the Jeep. So we'll see what it sounds like from just across the freeway. Radio check 1-2, radio check 1-2. Let's see if you can hear me. Radio check 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm hoping something is coming through, but we'll check at the end of this field test. All right, 2 watts, like I said before. I don't expect anything good out of these. Not designed for long range or distance, but more for rugged work, journeyman or construction workers. It is rubber, kind of a rubber texture, but more designed for a site rather than distance. Let's go on to the next location. I think I'm going to go down to Dobson in the 202 and see what it sounds like. All right, stand by. All right, RCT, we're here at the second location. This is where I did it before, until I realized the scanner was not hooked up to the antenna. All right, so we will try the second location here. I hope you can still see this. Please forgive me. Here we go. All right, second location. The Jeep's right across the other side over here, and not expecting anything out of this one. We are a bit further out with a lot of concrete coming through or between us. All right, let's just do it then. All right, let's see how that does. Again, not expecting a whole lot. Let's move on to the third location, back to the park. Please forgive me for the huffs and puffs. I haven't biked in a very, very long time. It's been about a year since I got a new job and new schedule, and I'm grateful that I have weekends off. So, all right, let's head back. Let's not waste any more time. Stand by. All right, RCT, location number, what is it, 1, 2, 3, third location here next to the Sloan Park. Again, forgive me, out of shape, haven't biked in a long, long time. So, all right, we're gonna test the DeWalt DXFRS800 something. I'll put the model below. 2 watts, I'm not expecting anything, but we are technically line of sight of the Jeep, so let's see what it sounds like.
All right, 1, 2, check 1, 2, radio check 1, 2. We are at spot number 3, next to the Sloan Park. Radio check 1, 2, let's see what it sounds like. Check, check, I'm going to do one a little closer, so maybe the microphone is picking up my audio a little bit better.
All right, I hope it works, hopes and dreams, and let's go on to the, what is that going to be, 4th location. All right, stand by. Our CT, we are at our 5th. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th location. Let's see if it works this far. We are still probably within a mile range, but we do have the park in front of us, the stadium, so that could act as a really good obstruction. And I guess let's just see what it sounds like.
Check 1, 2, radio check 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe we are at the 5th location. Radio check 1, 2. Hopefully something's coming in.
All right. Let me do one more just to see if I get a little closer to the microphone. I don't know if this has noise cancellation, which typically they don't. I'm not expecting it to have it, but some do better with the microphone. They pick up a little bit more audio when it's a little closer. Then if you're talking this far away, it's going to pick up your voice with everything else around it.
Check 1, 2, radio check 1, 2, 3.
Hopefully that one came in a little bit better. So I'll talk about the antenna after this, and we'll go over the radio. Let's go on to the last location and see if it does any good, and then we'll step into the Jeep, cool off, and we'll go over the radio. Stand by. RCT, yep, RCT. I was saying RTC earlier. We'll make this our final spot. I think we're across from the hotel.
Check, check 1, 2, radio check 1, 2. Can you hear me? We are at the 6th location, right across from the hotel. We're hoping this goes through. Radio check, stand by.
All right, RCT, let's, I'm not going to push it much further than that. I think this is a really good test. I'm going to try to talk into the microphone a little bit more. I didn't bring the external microphone. I figured since the phone is up to my face, you can hear a little bit more. I regret that, knowing that there's just a lot of noise on the street. It's really windy today, and we got the airport flying over us. So in conclusion, 6 locations for the radio check, for the radio test, field test. Again, I keep saying this, I'm not expecting much, but with it being a very small antenna, 2 watts doesn't always mean 2 watts is going to be pushed out. That's why I keep saying I'm not really expecting much. So let's head back to the Jeep, cool off, get some water, some IV liquid, or liquid IV, I think they call that. And let's go over the radio, see what the scanner caught. All right, stand by. Alright, RCT, I am back in the Jeep. That was a pretty good bike run. Like I said, I didn't realize until I got back that the scanner had unplugged from the antenna. So I really didn't get anything, and I was here, so I might as well just do it all over. So I did. Let's stop the recording. Stop the recording. Yes. 14 audio files do you want to save? Yes. Perfect. So that means 13 different files saved. That's a good sign. I hope we heard something. I'll be very, very upset if nothing came through. Like I said, I did twice around, and it wasn't very easy. 92 degrees. It's still 92, which is not bad here in Arizona. Once it goes above 90 degrees to 100, that becomes a little bit more annoying. Kind of like California is 80 degrees is hot, and below 80 is great. So anyways, going over these radios, like I said before, these, I don't think they were originally designed for distance and range. I think they were more designed, obviously they're by DeWalt, so I'm sure they designed it just to be next to their tool line and their accessory line. I mean, why wouldn't they get a pair of their own radios? Because if you like the brand DeWalt, you might as well just pick these up. Or if you're in construction or a journeyman or a crane operator. I hear a lot of crane operators use FRS. I'm surprised they do, and not their own business line, but not that it really matters. So anyways, as I was saying before, that I wasn't really expecting much out of these because as you know, and if you don't know, that's okay. The antennas really do make a difference on the range. There's something called SWR. God, I got to remember the acronym. Signal wave ratio, something like that. I'll look it up. I don't want to sound like a dummy if I'm saying it wrong, but the antenna really matters. So if they decided to slap on an antenna and call it quits and call it an antenna, that's probably where it fails. The 2 watts making a difference makes it really depends on how well the antenna is designed and tuned, and of course the height. But again, these are not made for range, otherwise you would be able to have a longer antenna. Traditionally, FRS don't have long antennas. They're made for short range. When FRS first came out years and years and years ago, I think it was GMRS has been around a long time. I remember Radio Shack, I bought a GMRS radio and I didn't know what that was. And then they started coming out with FRS radios, and FRS stands for Family Radio Service. There were 14 channels or 14 frequencies assigned to a channel that you can use without a license, and they're shared with GMRS. So FRS and GMRS are sharing frequencies. So sometimes you'll go above, I think it's like 1 through 7 is FRS and 7 through 22 is GMRS, or I can be wrong. I got to pull up the chart. But sometimes you're on a GMRS channel and someone says, "Oh, are you licensed, or is this a Part 95 radio?" And Part 95 is a GMRS radio, means it's licensed or approved by FCC to be on those frequencies, depending on the wattage or the antenna or whatever the case is. But going back to this, these were not designed for range. These were, I guarantee you, designed for number one to fit with their line of tools, and number 2, just to be part of a labor worker. Like I said, construction. I really don't see any other profession using these. They have some sort of a rubber texture. I don't think it's rubber, but it's got to be something else. It could be a type of rubber. The plastic seems very, very cheap. The channel knob, it doesn't tell you, there's no indication if you're volume up or volume down. You can only guess. The screen is very, very limited to what it shows you. How do I get the you can see the screen if you can. Probably have to do this at nighttime so you can see it better. But it tells you your channel, your battery level, and then your quiet tone or privacy tone. And down here, there's a little, what is it called? It tells you can turn off and on vibration, which is cool. It's not something that I would really go out of my way to get, but it does vibrate. Let's see if you can hear it. Oh, I didn't do it that time. But I guess if it hasn't rang or hasn't been talked on or talked to, It'll do like a buzz, and which is kind of nice because, again, if you're in construction, you're not going to be able to hear this. It's going to vibrate in your pocket or in the belt clip here. It does come with a traditional flip phone belt clip style. I remember Nextel phones, they used to do this. I remember I used to have the i1000 Plus, and it came with the belt clip like this. And I remember I was so cool. I put it on my belt and I'll flip the phone sideways like this. But that's what it comes with. Pretty cool. You can't take the battery out. I think you'll have to unscrew this. I think they're trying to make a point with the screws to make it seem like it's a little bit more rugged. I guarantee you it's not. Motorola doesn't really use a lot of screws, and those are really very, very rugged. So don't fall for the screws thinking it's a little tougher. The volume is here. I think it locked. Maybe. There's a way to unlock it. But you push that. Okay, so maybe that, sorry, that wasn't volume. That's me. You push the mode, right? And that gives you your up and down option. So this is just up and down. It's not volume. It's you press mode and you go up with channels. Vox is on or off. I think this is your alert. And then I'm not sure what this is. 10. I don't know what that is. CTCSS off. DCS 22. And that's it. That's all you have. Oh, you know what? I think the other one was vibrate. Yep, vibrate. So there you go. You can make it vibrate. Has a cool little Roger beep. Kind of cool. I'm not a fan of those. I prefer MDC or another type of acknowledgement other than that. And that's it. And then, yeah, that's so annoying. I really am not a fan of those alerts. But again, if you're with someone, it's loud and you're trying to get their attention, that's great. I won't do that again because it is annoying. Don't ask me to do it again. The microphone is right here. You can kind of see it there, and that's it. I mean, that's really basically what this radio is offering you. Again, most FRS radios are not going to offer you a lot more than just talk. It's walkie-talkie. It's not a two-way radio. I learned, all these years in the radio, field, I didn't know there is a difference of a walkie-talkie and a two-way radio. But it makes sense. I guess I just never really thought of it that way. But a two-way radio does more, has buttons. You can do all sorts of things. And the walkie-talkie is essentially just something you can walk and talk with. So it doesn't really have a lot of tricks up its sleeve. So I do like that this does have USB-C. Very, very nice. I love that they're coming out with this. I think I just reviewed another radio that had the same thing with the USB-C plug-in. Very nice. If you're traveling, you don't need the dock. This comes with a cradle. I'll show it to you maybe when I get back to the studio, or I don't know what I call it, command center. It comes with cradles. Pretty cool. You can put them in there, charge them with the USB-C on that cradle or the dock, whatever you want to call it. If you're at a station, you can buy multiple. I saw on Amazon the one time that they had about 10 or 12 or 20 of these for like $1,000. I'm like, man, who would buy those? But again, if you're in the construction field, that is an easy buy, because one brand new Motorola radio would be $400 to $600 depending on VHF or UHF, or if it's the RM something, RMU, the ones that Walmart use. So it can get pretty pricey when it comes to radios. If you just need radios for your crew to talk to, this is it right here. This is all you need. And sometimes, I'll admit that the other radios that I have that, these are not my go-to. These, I wouldn't consider these part of my collection, but the other radios that I have, I don't think I brought them. I just really use them for talking, maybe for text if it's DMR. I might do paging if it's Astro, or MDC does paging. But generally, I use radios to talk. Some people use radios for, there's all sorts of things you can use radios for. There's this one guy that I forgot what his Instagram name is, but he actually goes out hundreds of miles from his house and he hooks up a ham radio to his laptop and he boosts up this antenna and he sends emails and signals and texts back to his house. Very interesting. A lot of things you can do. Me, just give me a radio, talk to me, don't call me, don't text me, just get me on the radio, tell me what you need, and we'll call it quits. See, that's how it charges on the bottom from the dock. So that's all I really have. I won't prolong this anymore. Again, we are here at the Mesa Riverview Park. I did a good maybe mile radius. I went to the other side of the freeway here. I don't know if you can see that. So I went on the other side of the freeway next to whatever this is supposed to be. It says water, but it's not really water. We know it's not water. And I went to the back of Sloan Park, around to the street side and back. And that's all I really did. So I'm not, again, expecting much out of these. I will be giving these away, whether it's a contest or I think it'll probably be a contest. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I will probably do the contest there where if you tag, whoever tags the most will get these. I'll pay for the shipping. I don't think I have the package anymore. If I do, I'll send it out with it, but it's usually cheaper if I can just, wrap them up in bubble wrap and send them out. So my rating for this is, I would get, it's basic, 4 out of 5. Let's hope that the audio went through. I'm going to put the audio in the video, so you should have already heard the audio if it came through or not. If it didn't, you'll just hear static, or I'll probably, indicate below that it didn't come through. So that's all I really have. Let's end it. I got these, so check. Radio check, over and out.